One night, actually a long time ago now, I started dreaming about Super Smash Brothers. When you start playing a game a lot, you start to see it play out in your head. This happens a lot with games like Tetris. People just see ghosts of little pieces everywhere. But you don't see a screen when you're in a dream. You're just inside the game. There's really no other way to put it. I played Smash Brothers for a long time. Every single iteration. It's just my favorite. My favorite. What does that even mean? I try to look at games for their critical merits. I want them to have meaning beyond their entertainment value, and for the most part, they do. I'm usually able to find some little nugget in every single little game, but usually it's more than just a little nugget. There's this gigantic spoken for pool of people who play games purely for fun. They don't look for critical merits. If they're looking for any kind of merit at all, it's just whether it was worth spending the afternoon with it. Like I did when I was a kid. That's how I valued games. So it's easy to see why I dream of them. I played them for so long, and just based on that purely mechanical function of being entertaining. I'm not going to say that games are valuable because we played them, because that's false. Culture comes, culture goes. But those who grew up with them are better at identifying their particular richness. And to be fair, the barrier to entry is high. It's tough to play games. But I learned to read English so that I might read greater and greater books. I grew up playing games, and so I can grasp what makes them special. A lot of others I encounter misinterpret games. They see them as distractions without relevance to the real world. But others think they are indulgent mayhem simulators that will rub off on us like a book on tape in the night. And still others believe we are really acting out the deeds that we perform in games. Am I a Smash Brother? No. But maybe the act of playing puts me in a character's mindset, enough so that it becomes a state that I would return to in a dream. It's foreign, enjoyable. Otherwise, why would I play? I have an imagination. And really, years of play have made Smash Brothers an extension of myself. Some critics call this mishmash the cyborg. It's a concrete image that seems wacky, but once you strip away some of the artifice and look at what's organic beneath, it actually makes a lot of sense. We're becoming part game, part person. That all has to do with the experience potential. So, does this mean that games really are turning us into killers? Probably not. Games give us a window into experiences, but for the time being, they can't just replicate actions. What they can offer us is perspective we wouldn't have had just by watching. The act of play gives us another way of looking at things. I'd like to shame others for not appreciating games, because they're always giving TV and movies the badge of artistic legitimacy. But I really can't wrong these people unless they actually play games. For instance, here's Gone Home. A lot of people called it last year's Game of the Year. It's cliche to say seeing is believing, but when playing is a key part of understanding games, it's the truth. People like me are kind of a new breed who grew up playing games and can see games through this particular lens. Others don't quite have this skill. They just have different brain chemistry because they grew up in a different time with different experiences. But I think I can make the world better because of it. And if I'm cursed with dreams of pure play, if I have to imagine Smash Brothers as I sleep, well, I like Smash Brothers. And besides, I have reality when I wake up.